EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Ward flushed out right. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the 1st down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A shot downfield for Burks. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deep to return is Darius Davis. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Wicks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hampton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Chargers at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Ward throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw. Ward. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Looking to throw. Ward. And Cockrell holds it in left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get...
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run forward with Pollard. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle they go. Hampton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, here's a first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. A 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At their own 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun again to Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Moore. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moore. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Moore steps away. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are back within a score. The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Up the middle they go. Hampton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Touchdown! Quinn Johnston, 33 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Now Ward throwing to start the drive. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That finds the former Jaguar, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw. Ward.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Open man, right side. That's McConkey.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Herbert. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well at most.
Touchdown, LA! A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 24. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 11-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Ward flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, 57 yards.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Hampton, and he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On
on third down. Hampton. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
A shot downfield for Burks. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast